Good afternoon. It's the 27th of November 2023 and we've got 45 minutes before the market closes. Just want to recap my trades for today. Again, apologies for no video or any live pre-market levels for the last 5 days or so, the last 5 trading days. I've had a few issues with my business, staff issues and stuff, so I've been covering and just working on my other businesses, so I've not been around to do much trading. And we had Thanksgiving, so the market wasn't particularly good to trade on those days, so it was a good opportunity for me to take that time off as well and focus on my other businesses. But anyway, I'm back today. I was a bit late, so I didn't do my live levels this morning. But if you're in the Discord room, then I put my levels up earlier. We didn't get anywhere near the levels, so let's just quickly show you the levels from today. I just got trading view, and I'll go over my trades quickly. So the levels I was watching today, we didn't get anywhere near. I really want to see it break out of this consolidation area, and so I was waiting for a reject up here, or if we saw a market rally, a break and retest long. And I was waiting for it to break down underneath here, or like break and retest, or a bounce. That's what I was really waiting for. And then, oh, look how messy. This is today's trade. Look at that. Topping tails, bottom tails, indecision after indecision. It's not a very good market to trade. The fact I ended the day green was probably a miracle when you look at it now. So let's get into my trades. Go on to the 5 minute. In fact, I'll go into my Ninja Trader platform because it's easier, because I've got the trades marked up. So didn't really have too much of a bias today. Maybe a long bias because I want to stick with a trend. You know, the trend's your friend until it's not, and all that. So market opened. As soon as I saw this big wide range candle, I thought I'm staying well clear, and I just want to watch the market settle down for half an hour or so. So I didn't make my first trade until around about 11 AM. That's an hour and a half after the market opened. We had news as well at 10 and 10:30, so I just kind of stepped back. And I saw this kind of pattern setting up here, a bit of a flag, and I wanted to go long. And so I went long on the breakout. As you can see, that little green arrow. And then you can see then I got I got a stop out. So I stopped myself out there, and I got straight back in again. This is a 5 minute chart. I think if you look on the 2 minute chart, this is a little bit later. And I went long again because I thought it was going to bounce off of these candles in area of confluence as well. And again, didn't really play it very well. And then I added on the VWAP and I stopped myself out twice there. And I was keeping my stops pretty tight, so I didn't really want to. So I took 2 successive losses in a row there. And then I had one more trade, and it was another long, so I was still quite long bias. I don't know, should have been playing the chart. This red bar should have been a clue not to even get in. So I went long there, and I want to see it bounce off the VWAP, and it didn't, so I just took it a really tight stop. So that was it really. So I did one more trade, and it was another long there, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but when it came down, I actually went long down here, and it's not actually showing on here, but I got a stop, then I re-entered again there, and I got wicked out, and I re-entered again on the way back out. So small contract sizes, just 2 contracts at MES. Sorry, this is the MES 5 minute chart, which I'm looking at, and so I was in long, and my average price was about here. And since I saw these 2 bottom tails, I knew it was going to be a decent trade, and I was just keeping an eye on it. And we had higher volume on that wick as well, so that's why I got straight back down here to get my average prices around about the 200. Okay, so my first out was, I really wanted my out to hold and close above the high, and you saw this candle came all the way up, and I thought that could be in it. I waited for it to come back down. I thought it might have I did even think it might even retest the high, but it came all the way back down, and not wanting to give away profit, I got out there on one of my contracts, and then came down, and I thought, you know, maybe I should get out, use the VWAP as my out, but it didn't need to. It came back up, and soon as it got over there, I got out again. So that's my out there, and that's my out there, and my entry was around here. So even though I had 2 losses, I was kind of back up to about break even. But the weird thing here is, and it's not even showing up, I trade 14 accounts, or it's 14 today I traded of 14 Apex accounts, and only about 4 or 5 of them gave me 2 contracts down here. All the others had 1 contract left. So by the time I got my outs here and here, 4 or 5 of my accounts were break even, and the other 2 were down a little bit, not much, but they were still down in the red. So maybe I should have walked to this point, but I saw this top and tail candle, and if you look at volume price analysis, which is what I trade, saw this big volume candle as well, and then we saw decline in volume on these next candles. So to me, big volume spike, decline in volume is like a pullback. That means there's no more interest from the buyers because the volume's waning and declining. And then we had these 2 big sell-off candles on increased volume. So I knew there was sellers around. So I was waiting for my entry. So I waited, and so I came back here. We had this big wide range bar, and if you can see, not much volume. So again, that's a flag. There's a flag in there, and an alarm bell should be ringing there. You know, big wide range green candle, but no volume to go with it. And then the next candle was an equal size volume candle, but a much smaller, quarter of the size or a third of the size candle. So it's a matter of trying to find my spot to get in for my entry short. Originally I was looking for a break and retest long, but as soon as I saw this volume, I changed my bias to a short bias. And then I saw the next volume candle come in, this one here, and that was this green candle again, big wide candle, but not much volume. And you can see there was a lot of sellers on that candle as well, because at one point it opened there, it would have been all green, it was all red at one point, and it came back and closed up here. So, and also a hammer style candle is a sign of weakness at the end of a upward trend as well. And like I said, the volume was larger than normal, but it means there's a battle in that candle. So there's a fight, the buyers and the sellers were battling it out. And even though it's a green candle, I can't see it on here, but anyway, on my footprint map you can see there was a lot of sellers in that candle as well. And so it's a matter of me trying to find my entry. And so I took, as soon as it broke over the high, I got in 2 contracts short, and let me just work this out. I think, try to remember what I did. Yeah, so that was my 2 contracts short. There's an entry, I'm not sure what that is, that order. I think that might have been a mistake. I accidentally got in or out or something, or I might have been closing an old position, the long from up here. I might have had something left. I need to look at my, I should really know this, but that's why I like looking at these charts afterwards, because it's thrown me a bit, because I didn't think I was in anything up here. But whatever it was, I was out by that point anyway. So I was short. Maybe I tried a scalp, a little short, a little long, just to see what happens. It came back out, and instead of me getting out for a stop, I just reversed my position instantly, because that was a liquidity sweep. I think that's what it was. Just shows that I wasn't paying attention properly, because I should know what that is, and you know, maybe that's another sign I shouldn't have been trading. But anyway, I instantly changed my mind. I think I made a mistake. I'm sure that's what it was. I'll look at my notes later, and without thinking, I just reversed my position. Because I didn't have, I think that's exactly what it was. I didn't have a limit order up there or anything like that. I was just using my keyboard keys, and I think I hit the wrong key to get in, and I didn't realise until it was a few ticks later. So anyway, I was short, so my average price was basically the previous high of the day. That's what I wanted to be, about there. And my first target was the VWAP, which you can see got me out straight away. And my next target was the low of the day, and that wick there. And I beat it. And again, I think I made the same keyboard error there as well, because I got out and back in again. So in fact, I remember I got out, I had one contract left, but when I got took profit, I took profit on 2 contracts, which meant I had a buy order, an imbalance basically. I had 1 extra buy, so I got back out of that buy straight away as well. I think I did something similar up here. So anyway, if you're making more than 1 mistake on the keyboard in a day, then again, another sign you shouldn't be trading. But anyways, that was a decent out, so I had 2 decent trades. So this trade here, and my out was here. So this trade was a decent trade, and then this trade up here, and my out was there and there. So you've got this trade coming down, and so that's not a bad day. And it just goes to show that these little stops I took here, I think it's 3 trades in a row, and this break-even trade, this one trade made up for it all. And if I just look at trading view to give an idea of what that would have been, 5-minute trading view. Okay, sure. So my entry is the high there. My stop would have been top of that candle, and my exit was down. Oh, my exit was down here, about there, I think it was. That's a 12-hour trade, a nice easy 12-hour trade, and it would have been, had I got in where I wanted to get in, it would have been an even better trade. It would have been close to a 17-hour trade. So, and that's why when I play, I don't look for what my 1-hour move is. I use a decent, excuse me, I use a meaningful stop, that's what I meant to say, and a meaningful target, and I had 2 meaningful targets, and that was VWAP and low of the day, and my meaningful top was just above the high of the day. I think it would have been 2 ticks above that candle. So had I just been playing 1-hour or 2-hour or 3-hour all or nothing, I would have been out about here, and I would have left all this on the table. But because I'm using meaningful areas, and it doesn't always work out, sometimes it comes back up, I'm working on whether I should be moving to break even or keeping my stop where it is. And today I did that on this trade, the one where it wicked me down. Was it this one here? I think it was. I had my stop below, and it came down and pushed back up. I think that was, my stop was always going to be there, and that's why I think my entry was there. So yeah, there we are. So here we go. We've got half an hour to go, and I'm just want to look at something else. I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, so the head and shoulders pattern as well. Let's go back onto this chart. So there's decent head and shoulders. You've got this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. The necklines are a little bit lopsided, but where it all joins up, we had this GBI, and I was kind of contemplating adding there. I was contemplating adding there, and I even contemplated getting into the trade there again, but obviously that's over trade. I'm out. I'm done for trading for the day. But these add positions, I'm missing out on quite a lot, and I really want to work on these a bit better. So, like I said, my entry was up here. When it came down and pulled back, I should have been looking for the add there, and it come down, pull back, look for the add there, or I probably would have got the add there because it would have broken down. Maybe would have stopped out on the add, but you could have added back in again. And that's one more thing I want to mention as well. Even when I got stopped out down here, I didn't hesitate to get back in again, because you know, I don't want to like say, oh, it's a stop out, and then start looking at other charts, and you know, I'm focused on this one chart, and I got wicked out. You can look at these wicks, so many wicks. I was expecting to be stopped out, to be honest. At some point, if I was long down here, I was expecting to see a wick. That's why I kept my stops where they were, and I would have got, and that's why I got straight back in again. And then up here, another big wick, and a couple more wicks as well. And even though I didn't get stopped out on this trade, had I did get stopped out, say this one came all the way back up, I would have instantly got back in again, because it continued to run down. Because I think it feels like that's the only way to trade at the moment. Just deal with the wicks, deal with the liquidity sweeps, or join in with the liquidity sweeps. You know, if the market is going to come down and take out all the stops, then I might as well get my order in there and start running up with the market. And that's why having meaningful stops is better than having tight stops as well to help prevent these wick outs. Anyway, that's my trade log for today, my trading journal. I like doing these videos because it's a way I can talk out loud about my trades, even though I do type it down. This is what my trading journal looks like. Just show that. So, and I don't trade, and I won't trade in the morning. I have done, but I won't anymore. My new rule is unless I've done my pre-market game plan and I've set up my scenarios, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to be getting into trades anymore without having a clue of where the areas I want to get in. So I knew what I was looking for. I knew what to watch out for. You know, 45.50 is Friday's bounce low. And again, we didn't get to these areas. Talked about the 200 moving average as well. And then as I'm trading, I just put in my thoughts about the trade I'm currently in. I even said here, choppy market inside out, and it got back in. It wasn't a great trade. I don't think those first trades weren't very good. And then I'll just do a quick screenshot of my day, so I can so I've got a quick reference, and then just recap what I did. Identified top and bottom, knowing these were my entries. Whereas, you know, I said that because usually I start chasing, but I was waiting for the top and I was waiting for the bottom for today. And I kept my share size small. I didn't oversize. Believed in my volume price analysis to go short because I was looking to go long up here, and I just looked at my volume price analysis and it was spot on. And so not to doubt myself, mistakes I made. Didn't wait for my levels. I probably shouldn't have traded today, but I scalped at the local support and resistance. So I was using the 5 minute to scalp. And then reinforcement, I trusted my gut and believed in myself and my trades. And that's it really. And I should read through these once a day and just remind myself of my trading. I don't think there's anything that's blank. I've not traded for a few days. But if I don't have a pre-market game plan and even the basic scenarios what I'm watching for today, then I won't be trading. And even when I was a bit late this morning, I was working through this game plan probably about 9:35, just after the market opened or as it was opening. So, and again, it's good to have this knowledge and this expectation of what your trade is going to be like before you even start. And looks like that was a good out. I'm glad I didn't add or try to hold. And that's another thing I'm trying to get better at, is taking profit as well. You know, how hard can it be taking profit? I seem to find it extremely hard. I like to hold, and I hold too long. As you see, I'm happy with these holds. Holding from the top to bottom, I find it much easier to hold a trade from there all the way down to there than I do to get in a trade up here and take profit about there. That's what I struggle, and I need to work on that as well. So that's something in my plan I'm working on over the next month as well. Scalping the first part of the trade for profit and holding the rest of the trade for the main bulk of the move. Right, that's me done. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you've had a good day trading. And I will speak to some of you today in our mental toughness session. Okay, good night.